started. My first memory of a Jeep was I was like 7 years old. And my neighbor's big brother had a CJ5 Renegade, a Golden Eagle. I can't remember, but I just remember looking at it and going, "How am I supposed to get in this thing?" So it was huge. We went to some park or some off-road place, a field in Baltimore County, and I remember just bouncing around the field in the mud and thinking it's the coolest thing I had ever done in my entire life. And ever since then, I wanted a Jeep. When I was 19, I bought my first one, and I had since then. It was my first Jeep, the YJ '91, and had 4 YJs since then, 2 TJs, 4 JKs, and got countless CJs, 5s and CJ7s and CJ2As and 3As, and it's just it's been nonstop. I bought this Jeep in 2003. It's a 7-year process altogether. I did pretty much everything myself. My transmission, my transfer case, my engine I sent out to a guy named Dave Morgenthau in Baltimore County. It's an amazing job. I can't kill this engine, and he built it himself. But it was a 7-year process. All welding and fabrication I did myself. Pretty much all mechanics I did myself other than the engine. It's a great Jeep, and it's a daily driver, and I wheel with it, I trail guide with it. It's really an unstoppable little Jeep, and it's fairly stock. It's 1945. It's number 1,713 out of a total of 1,824 made. It was made, went into the assembly line September 19th of 1945, and came out September 20th of 1945, which was a Thursday. It was sold in Baltimore City to a auto parts dealer or maybe a dealership, and so spent the first part of its life delivering car parts. From there, it was sold to a farmer in Baltimore County, in northern Baltimore County. It was used for the rest of its, pretty much for the most of its life, and then it was sold to a former Baltimore Colts player in the 50s. And I bought it from him, and then 7 years later, I beat the crap out of it. It's fun. I mean, it's something that I can run, the most basic trails in. Something that's boring to most people, and it's fun again. It's like when I first started wheeling, and it was just like, this is crazy, this is awesome. I had no idea what I was doing. I hit a puddle and somehow get myself stuck and turned around or almost upside down, and it was just the most awesome thing in the world. And as I've gotten older, I realized that all of the stuff you can bolt to your Jeeps and all these things that make wheeling more, more doable, hitting harder trails and running over bigger stuff, and it really kind of gets away from the whole point of doing it. The whole point of doing it is the challenge. Make it hard. You're not supposed to be able to drive through this stuff. So building a little Jeep like this or keeping my Jeep stock reminds me of why I got into it. Because it was fun and it was challenging. It was something I shouldn't be able to do, but because of this little ugly Jeep, I can do it. And it's just fun. It's as basic as you can possibly get with little technology. But probably the most fun thing I've ever driven in my entire life. It's cold, really cold in winter. Hot in the summer, but I would choose to drive this over any Jeep I've ever owned or any Jeep I currently have.
All right.
And these are geared 538s.
Oh, wow.
So it's ridiculously low. So I'm building a 44 for it. And
original wind, everything. So it doesn't look any different when it's moving badass. It just breaks. December 28th.